Hello, friends and bees and friends who are also bees, and welcome to this week's Destiny 2 stream. This week in Destiny, we are going to be first handing in a whole arseload of quests that I've been sitting on for approximately ages, and then we're going to see what else we have. I've written down the story-ish quests that I intended to do, and then I just sort of didn't do a handful of them. But whatever. What I'm going to do basically is hand in all of these quests that I've been meaning to, and then we will probably go grind out some of them. I sort of want to go grind Escalation Protocol because I really want to get Nathan Dawn out of the way, because I'm fed up of having it in my quest log. I want to just get that finished. I also want to go do Lock and Key, because I'm hoping today's will be the last forge that I need, and then I can just get my sword done, and then don't have to. Oh no, I've done my sword, haven't I? Whatever. I'm talking to myself out loud now. Has my music stopped? If it has, I will be really annoyed. No, it's just changing song. Okay. Tell you what, let's swap over to the GP, shall we? Whoa, I'm super overblown. I have a distinct feeling that we've got a trailer waiting for us when we load in, which is why I didn't open the game up before I went live and get this endless load screen out of the way. So we're going to enjoy this endless load screen that super overblows me. Should really wash that blanket behind me and like put it away, shouldn't I? Wish I had. If I was spending longer in this flat, I would absolutely get something to put up on the wall there. Probably get another flag, to be honest. I've got the Muse flag, I've got 5 seconds smells directly behind my head, got my pinboard, put like a non-binary flag up or something there, and then I'd have a cool background. Curtains accepted, of course. I'm going to be backlit for most of this stream. Bitter opponents with mayhem and breakthrough come to the Crucible, assessed and obey when Mars becomes the weekly flashpoint. Cool. I'm just going to warn you guys now, before we really get started with the stream. I've got a cut on my cheek, which is getting a little bit infected, so I might be slurring words a lot because it's actually quite painful. It's not quite bad enough that it hurts to talk, but it's getting there, and it also means that the side of my mouth is really painful. And the other thing is that I ate a shitload of sesame prawn toast before stream, and then feel really ill because of how greasy it is. And now I'm going through all sorts of issues, so I may have to noosh away abruptly to go get some painkillers if it becomes too much. But anyway, let's hop in, shall we? We're going to head off to the tower first of all. This is where we don't get a trailer, and I'm like, well, okay. I'm guessing the articles I keep seeing are from the this, which I sort of don't want to do just yet. Part of me is like, yeah, just pick it up and get it done, and then a larger part of me is like, don't. You know what's missing? My light. That's what's missing. I kept looking at my face going, man, I'm really... The camera's really dark. What's going on? It's because of my light. Right. So, here's what we've got in the way of quests. I've got to return to Nessus to hand that in. We're leaving that for a bit now. I'm generating orbs of light, working on a weapon of hope. This is on hold for a while. That's on hold for a while. Need to go do that. I need to go speak to the Drifter. Got to pop into the Menagerie. Defeat a bunch of Hive with solar damage. I need to go... Fuck, that's what I forgot to do yesterday. Oh, that's annoying. Go do some bounties for Asher. These two are on their way. Fish o'clock. Right. Bear with me a second. Lock. Key Destiny 2. Basically what I'm saying is we've got lots of stuff to do. Let's start by heading to the tower. We'll go hand that one in first. Cannon Forge, which I believe is today's forge. I'll go check that though. Basically, we're just handing quests in as sort of artificially prolonging so that I can emotionally get ready for Shadowkeep. I really wanted to clear out loads of my backlog before Shadowkeep, and then it just didn't happen because I'm bad. But hey, good, it is Gafanon Forge, so we can do that. And that will, if I can work out where the drones are for Gafanon Forge, which I will look up now, then I should be able to get that, and then I've got to go into Leviathan. Gafanon Forge drones. Thanks, YouTube. You've always got my back. Okay. Hang on, I may have fucked up. I'm pretty certain I did that. Go hand this quest in. Hang on, right, sorry. One thing at a time. Oh, it's the Volunteer Forge that I need. Piss. I think I meant to do that yesterday. So stupid, right. Never mind that then. Right.
How you living, brother?
Judge takes a look at Trusty Nathan's size, it scratches his jaw and gives you a longer consideration and smiles. Feels like things due to an upgrade, eh?
What is this? The heart of an ascendant primeval. I'll take that, thank you very much. We'll use it later.
Defeated a particularly
While
powerful
I have you here,
primeval
get
gambit.
this. A while back, this punk stole something important to me. Thing is, he's like us. Ever living till you get his ghost. But seeing as I ain't laid eyes on him in something like forever, guessing his ghost probably got. So do me a favor, and go see if that punk has what's mine, huh? I'd do it myself, but as you can see, I'm a busy man. Besides, you're the closest thing to reliable I've met in a century.
Whatever you say, dude. Defeat a particularly powerful primeval gambit and taking its heart. Drifter might find it valuable. Take it to him.
Be safe out there, brother.
Okay. Yet another one. Will I never be free?
You looking for a gunfight? Gambit could use you.
Will I never be free? Whatever.
My guns are older than my bones, but they still work. Dark Age weapons with a pinnacle of firearms.
Let's go pick up some gunsmith bounties and then we'll head north. As long as I can hand quests in, I'm happy. That's what I really want. I just want to empty my just want to empty my quest log out a little bit. There's too many and it's overwhelming. Oh, I'm so annoyed that I messed up on the forges. Somebody remind me, like, I'm gonna tattoo that on my forehead. Right here, Volunder Forge, maximum temper. I also got to go into Leviathan's underbelly to get stuff, which apparently you can do solo and you don't actually need to complete the whole raid for it, so I'll probably do that off camera, I'm guessing. I haven't decided yet.
Sure, Guardian.
Hi. What have you got for me? Tangled Shore, Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. Unlikely to do that. SMG.
Deal.
Can do. Swords and kinetic weapons. Can do.
Take it easy.
Right. Where are we off to next? Nessus, let's go do that.
Every little bit helps. Trust me.
Should we? Yeah, let's go do... No, actually, I'm gonna finish off this Gambit bit first.
Good for him.
They should put her in charge of the assault.
Right?
There we go. Let's go do it. That's all I want to do. All I want to do is be done with quests. I have a feeling it's never going to happen. Just need to grind out a butt ton of strikes too. Problem with playing 2 MMOs and a single player game at once is it's very difficult for me to like dedicate my time to any one thing, because it's like, on the one hand, Final Fantasy's pulling on me. I finished the tombstone grind for the moment. I'm still trying to decide whether I want to go get like grind out tombstones for my healer, but I need to level up our shard as well, so I don't get story locked on him. What's going on? Wander around here looking for thing. I can do that. Can I? I don't actually know what I'm doing here other than like wandering around. Okay. To Google it is. Hideaway. Tell me what to do, Polygon. Right. Ah, over here where I didn't see the entrance, this is where I need to go. Obviously. I'd like to thank it. Me for being stupid.
As my new partner, couple things about me you should know. I've been pitting a lot of very bad people against some good ones. Could end up being trouble for the city. And there's already been some collateral damage. Hand on my heart, I regret anyone who takes a dirt nap on account of me.
Place
But I
is
didn't
so
survive
gross.
by being indecisive. Through every age and era, Drifter's
The fuck
done
are
what
these?
he had to. The warlords and the Iron Lords taught me that the light is no gift. It brought hell to Earth. And when we begged to die, it said hell no. They say the Dark Age was untold suffering. I could tell you a lot. Yeah, maybe next time. Go find the other tapes. I made you tapes.
Right. Next step, back to the tower again. Unfortunately, we are going to have to load in, but hey, that's just how it be in this bitch of a world. I'm sure I was saying something before, but I can't remember what it was, so it doesn't matter now. Oh, I was saying about MMOs. So yeah, done on the one hand tombstone grinding, on the other hand need to level up our shards when I get level gated, and rather more importantly, mogstones are a thing that are now a thing, and I got the last bird that I need, so I now have all of my birds, but they've got a doggy up and out there. They've also got Ixion, and I want to get Ixion just to an easy way of getting it, you know? But that means grinding mogstones. And the way I was doing it on Wednesday when the events, well, day after the event started, is while I was like doing the like simple data entry tasks at work that I didn't need all of my concentration for, I was also doing prey, and then I could like work in the cutscenes, and given that the cutscenes take longer than the fighting, that was fine. The problem is Thursday and Friday I basically spent the whole day working on this like massive task that took way longer than I wanted it to. That was a real pain in the ass, and so because of that I haven't been able to grind for mogstones, and it's until the release of 4.3 or 5.3 rather, and we don't yet know when that is, but I'm assuming sometime this summer. And I don't want to know like how long I have. I'm not even that fussed about the cosmetics this time around. I just want to know how long I have to grind the like 90 odd tombstones that I need. And then also in Destiny I've got approximately 5 billion quests to do all the time, even though if they are like grindy ones, there's still stuff that I could load in and do. And then also I'm playing Syndicate on the side, and basically it never stops.
You've been my crew for a while, brother. Gambit, Prime, all the good work. And against my better judgment, I trust you. Just a little. But if you're gonna keep hanging with old Drifter, there's some things you should know. I've prepared a little survival guide for you, from the ultimate prepper himself. That's me. Step 1, get your ass to Europe.
Oh, if only I could, eh? But honestly, Tartius, come to think with your friend, one of his only friends at that. To that end, the Orcatopi left you in the derelict as the first in a series of tapes that are supposed to impart words of wisdom from the ultimate prepper himself. Begin your search in the EDZ.
Watch your back out there, brother.
Every time he says that, every time without fail, my brain just goes, ah yes. And then it doesn't have any ending, it just goes, ah yes. No, it's there's a YouTuber I watch, Curtis Connor, who quite often uses the phrase brother, and it just makes me think of that. I've been binging a couple of his videos recently because he's very funny. Just means that mentally, whenever something happens, my brain just goes, folks. Because that's the thing that he does at the start of his videos. Can you guys tell I'm a bit brain dead today? Thanks to the sesame prawn toast that was so very delicious and yet so very greasy and has made a mincemeat of my insides. Approximately, I'm going to say 85% of my brain power is currently being taken up to thinking about pain, specifically the fact that I'm in it. And that's just, I think, ever so sexy of me, right? I'm just not with it today. I'm just really not. It's alright, I didn't spill apple gin juice all over my desk and my lap today, so I'm doing better than I was on Friday. Did I just accidentally give myself a cut using with my lip balm? I think I did. Feels like I did. Maybe not. No idea how that looked on camera. You may have just seen the back of my phone, which is, yes, space and a rainbow, because I'm a parody of myself, quite frankly. I need to look for a doorway. Near a pile of rubble off to the left. Also, a box. Love a good box. Here, I guess.
Who knows why these banners are placed anymore? The fallen houses held them together for a long time. Now it's just cloth.
Well, time for me to sit here and completely fail at making this jump, right? That's what you wanted to see, right? That's why you watch my streams, to watch me be shit at thing. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, I don't think this
Looks
is
like the Fallen are bringing in a glimmer drill. Keep a sharp lookout.
the right place. No, I know it's not, because I'm looking on the right side. Not to be overdramatic, but I would kill a man to be able to remember my lefts and rights. Right. Doorway. Near a pile of rubble. Off to the left.
Glimmer mining crew.
Shut them down.
Let these guys do their funky thing. While I absolutely fail to find where I need to get to. Okay, so this is where you land. You know, it'd be really helpful if I actually looked at the GIF that purports to tell me where I'm going. Okay. What? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Dark Age was different times. We had no city.
There goes the drill.
Warlords and Iron Lords tore up the whole world trying to prove who was better. What was worth fighting for.
A tricky business, mining Glimmer without a drill. Good work.
Shut up.
I was busy trying not to starve. You ever go hungry till you keeled over? We did that a lot in the Dark Age. Our ghosts would bring us back, still hungry. Really pissed me off. There's one time I found a village to hide out in. A bunch of huts, really. Good people. They gave me work, and I kept my light a secret while I performed some minor miracles. Then the Iron Lords rolled into town. My ghosts stayed out of sight, and they were none the wiser. They cut a deal with us as if we had a choice. Paid us to let them hide out till some warlords showed up, then ambushed them. But we all got caught in the crossfire. My neighbor's kid told me something that still bounces around my head to this day. Right before the light went out in her tiny eyes, she whispered, "I can't feel anything." Yeah. I couldn't either. That's all I got. Cut the tape.
Yikes, right lads? Okay, where are we off to next? Skydock 4. It's one of these. Some Isles. Up here. Right, let's teleport over there. First, I just want to check something actually. There's a trust in Skydock 4, flooded chasm, Sojourner's camp. Before I do that, actually, I'm going to pick up some things because Devon might have if any of his thingies to like do stuff, then listen, I'm very good at speaking. I understand what I mean to say even if nobody else does, and that's what matters. Still, like, you know, still wondering if I made the inverted commas right decision for, not like in general morally, but for Maeve to side with the Drifter. I think so. I think in the end their curiosity would outwin any sort of sensibility, and Maeve unfortunately doesn't really have a... There's nobody in this game yet who's willing to nobody is like bullying some common sense into my warlock, which is what they need more than anything
Come
else.
now. Speak
Oh,
your
I
mind.
appear to be dropping some frames. I apologize. It's happening in game 2, so I think I don't know what's going on. Can do. May do.
Use it carefully. Goodbye, Guardian.
Oh my. Right?
Here we are.
Pardon me. Oh, for fuck's sake. How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Had no speeds of camera. I'm gonna turn face cam off until this dies down a bit. Nobody wants to see that. Ah, can I not drop stuff everywhere? That would also be really great. Oh. Guess it really is that time again. And by that time, clearly, I mean blood down my throat again time. Actually, it's not as bad as I feared. We're doing okay. Can I remember how to get to this lost sector? That's the first question. Nice. I know that's the default for warlocks, but I still really like that finisher for what it's worth. Right. Let's go. Apparently the computer that we need is in like the boss room here, so we should be Gucci. There's just like noises everywhere, you know? Like, just stop it, you know? Ow. can't believe that did approximately no damage to him. That's so offensive. Oops. Pardon me. Right. Let's pick that up. And then over here. Where are you looking, buddy? Here.
Hey kid, it's me, the Drifter. And this is How to Drift, Part 3. Never trust your ghost. He's a tool, a connection to the light. Not a friend, not in any way that counts. You think he's saving your hide, bringing you back? He's saving his own. I don't care what your guardian dogma says. I don't care what your little buddy has told you. We don't know what ghosts are. They sound friendly, right? But I met some ghosts in the Dark Age. Would kill you for a blue engram and spit on your grave. Also, they could grow their light a little more. Make a stronger connection to the traveler. Whatever the hell that means. You're an idiot if you think those ghosts aren't still around. Take mine, for example. Really creeps me out. Cut the tape, Ghost, and don't give me that look. You know where we stand.
Right. For some reason it has untracked this, which is not what I asked it to do. So over here, towards the outskirts. And then it's in the camp over in the outskirts. Okay. Sorry that there's going to be lots of just running around the EDZ this time around. I wasn't expecting this because I'm stupid. But whatever. Head towards the outskirts, over this way, over the bridge into the like little camp area. That's where we're off to next. Ow. I get a really bad nosebleed. It always gives me a headache as well. And it's not even like the blood loss is that bad from a nosebleed. Rabbit! Only just me. It's just my head being like, what's up? It's time to suffer. Existing in my body is 24/7 suffering hours. Where am I? Over the bridge. That guy who's gonna give me a pain in the arse, no doubt. Past that lost sector, into the camp over that way. I wonder if I can bypass that motherfucker. Leave me alone. Nothing to do with you. Right. I believe camp area over here. Yes, there is.
If you're gonna hang with me, you need to know about the Shadows of Yore. They follow the edicts of a very bad man named Dredgen Yore. And what are his shadows after? Everything the light can't provide. I thought they could help me find an answer to the battles of light versus light that raged during the Dark Age. The longer I flew with them, the more I saw they're blind as all those who follow the Traveler. One albatross for another. I was done with them. And that title I gave out, Dredgen, I did it to piss them off. Draw the shadows out where I could see them. Worked like a charm. I love all you little guardians. You're so forthright, so eager to please. That make you angry? Good. Use it.
I don't know why it's making me smile. I'm enjoying all of this lore that we're getting. Enhancement cores. My one true love. Where am I off to next? Excavation site 12, which is over here. What else have we got actually? Winding Cove. Let's go do Scavenger's Den first. Seeing as we're over here, and then we'll do Winding Cove. And then wiggle up. Also gonna turn my light on, one sec. There we go. That's a bit better. Tell you what, this is just about the worst possible thing you could do if you already felt queasy, is to have a nosebleed. Just in case anyone was wondering, it's a really bad idea. I feel even queasier than I did before, which is great. Just what I wanted. Right. Basically head forwards, and Scavenger's Den is over here somewhere. Let me open the box. Over here. Is it down here? There it is. Right, got to get sniper kills and sword kills. Oh. There we go. really like this sword. More than that, I like this. It's so satisfying. Nice. Is it an absolute waste to use my super there? Yes. Did that stop me? No. Right. What are you looking, buddy? Yeah? There you go.
You can't be the Drifter's partner and not know about Shin Malphur. The man with the golden gun is still out there.
Golden bum.
He's a hero. The stuff of legend. Naturally, he's after my ghost. He wouldn't be the first. But everyone and their grandma has a malfeasance hand cannon by now. I think we're okay if Mr. Malphur ever shows his face. He follows the light like a zealot, and he ends all those who would consort with the dark because of one man who went rogue.
Well,
It's not his golden gun you should be afraid of, kid. It's his idea that one man can decide he makes the rules, and when you cross
why
him, he
am
can
I
take
having
everything from you.
so much lag?
Doesn't sit right with me. Never will.
It really is. Real lag hours for no apparent reason. Ow. I don't know how that happened. Ow! Again, what the hell? Yes, I'm going to clear out this lost sector because then be able to hand in a thing. A thing? A thing. Nice. Box. Box. Sniper kills. Okay, what's next? To open up a different guide because this one is being stupid and breaking my phone, which is ever so sexy and just what you want. What have we got? Flooded Chasm. Done that one already? Site 12 and Winding Cove. Camera cuts to me completely forgetting where I dunked myself. Winding Cove. Jump on top of the rock in front of you. Then here we go.
Mighty
Over
kind
to-
of the Vanguard to let me sleep in the annex. Doesn't get cold down there? Much? Do I trust them for it? Hell no.
Gone over to excavation
They're
site.
getting people killed just like the Iron Lords. Yes, people. Like you and me. Just 'cause we got the light doesn't mean we ever stop being that. Don't let them tell you otherwise. And that mission statement of theirs, protecting the city, humanity's done, kid. You can't save them. Even if you could wrap a ward of dawn around this whole town, they'd start dying all on their own.
I went immediately
Every
the wrong
single
way.
one you save becomes just a memory. I don't need any more of those. You'll get there. You'll see.
This is the way that I need to go. So I'm very good at thing, and don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Okay, excavation site 12 is the northernmost one of these, so ouch, not this one but the other one. Incorrect, it's the one over here. I have to pick up the thing that I can hear. There we go. I don't know, I'm getting really horrendous lag in-game as well, so I'm not actually sure what's going on. I don't actually need to finish this one if it's not in the boss zone. Nice. So gross. Have I mentioned that that's gross before? Because it really grosses me out, just like by the by. I've been listening to a lot of very sad recently, which is why I have Draw Your Sword stuck in my head. Cute. finally free.
I thought the city had made you all soft. But there's this hardliner, a warlock named Honor. Pretty sure she's trying to kill me. She crashed a handoff between me and the shadows of yore in Midtown. My buddies took a hostage and she took out a city block getting them back. Some people didn't make it out. How's that for hypocrisy? She jumped the shark on that one. I would have talked them down. No one had to get hurt. I hope the Vanguard are happy. I heard word from hunter dens across the city. This Honor's been building a crew to look into me in the shadows. Bunch of clowns. One of them is this Guardian, a hero of the Red War. Just like you. One of Cade's friends. Just like you. A Gambit regular. Except they're a snitch. Have been all this time. I don't mind. As long as they keep bringing motes, we're square. You watch your back out there, partner. Your friends might not be what they seem.
Cool. I like the reference to the other option. Right, there's one more lost sector we're looking for. It's up here to the left. Flooded chasm. Basically, keep following this road around to the left, and eventually it will curve into where we're trying to get to. All the way down, basically straight ahead from here on. I like that Puggy is called Fallen Ange. Not Fallen Angel, just Fallen Ange. Okay. Somewhere over here. Further along here to the left. Ow. Yeet. But first, I'm gonna, if I can get up, try and find this box, what's hiding around here. I know you're around here somewhere, box. I can see you on my map. Up there, maybe? If you're up there, I'll get you later. In here, in here. Nice. I have a lot of boxes in various places that I'm after. You know what? Fuck it. Why can't you guys fight each other instead of fighting me? Like, have you ever considered that might be both more profitable and more satisfying? Yeet. Right, and then shank open this box and go on a bit of an explore. Wait for Ghost to bidoop at me. Oops.
Hey, you made it to the last part of my little seminar. You caught me without much else to say. Already talked your ear off. But I guess there is one thing. I want you to know that you're the closest thing to a wheel horse I've had in, 1,000 years. I can see you making that face like you just swallowed some scorn blood. Wheel horse is an expression, kid. It's dark age, or we're tight. That's what you kids say, right? So here's something I never had the chance to tell anyone else on account of they're dead or trying to kill me. Don't give in to hope. That gets you killed. Take every day as it is. Trade your jump ship for a long-range hauler and see the universe while you can. I want the best for you, kid. And you won't find that in this system. Speaking of which, the collapse wasn't the last extinction-level event to hit humanity. Old Drifter's seen another one coming. Everything I'm building in the 9 realms is preparation. There's a few seats I'm saving. One of them is for you, if you want it.
I like that. Okay. Let's go, hand this in back. Ooh, so if we do that, it'll probably get me over to the next season rank. Tell you what, let's teleport back over here, and then if any events pop up while I'm going back that way, I will hand it in, otherwise I'll let it go. I'm assuming we're done in the EDZ. Pop back, say goodbye to the Drifter. Could have gathered some more essence and yell a bit. After this, I'm not actually going to do that though. I will go do the season's popular stuff, go do the Menagerie stuff that I've got hanging about.
Be careful out there.
This is what I want.
I do hope you intend to move at some point.
Absolutely not.
Future.
Never. I live here now. This is my home. You wouldn't deny me my home, would you? Ah, piss, not again. I keep doing that.
Places like the farm are rare, but necessary. If humanity is to rediscover our place across this earth, we must put down our roots.
Sorry, something's going on with my mouse, which is what I'm... doing is trying to... Can't tell if that's any better. I'm also not dropping frames, I'm just having general lag. I wonder if my computer's installing something without my permission. The problem is, because this is Destiny, it'll take me 5 years to actually open up the settings to be able to see. I'm going to turn my face off for a second. That's better. Drink some orange juice to wash out the taste of blood. Makes me sound like a vampire, but I'm not. I just have chronic nosebleeds. Pretty much once a day without fail. As I said, being in my body is basically 24/7 suffering hours. It says there's an update. Pending download, but it's not actually installing. So, what gives? Really not sure, unfortunately. If you ever find out what gives, please tell me. Right, let's go chat to the Drifter.
We understand each other a little better now, huh, kid? Just be careful. Seems everyone who knows me is either trying to kill me or... dead. Lot of people coming for my ghost. You're sticking your neck out by getting so chummy with me. But hey, if that day comes, they'll eat bullets from both of us. Trust.
Drifter seems relieved you're still willing to talk to him after everything you had to say. As far as Drifter is concerned, two of you are part of the crew now. If anyone crosses either one of you, and they likely will given the Drifter's extensive list of enemies, well, he's got your back and you've got his. Oh, I can't believe I'm like 150 away. That's so annoying.
You're always welcome on the derelict.
Thanks. Right. What have we got next?
What are you doing out in the tangled shore all the time?
My
How
best.
about Gambit?
Okay. Right. Let's head off to Nessus. Give this up. I need to do this at some point. Also, because I need to do the Leviathan raid. Kind of tempted. I might see if I can like rustle up some of my friends and maybe grab like a pug. And then we'll do it that way. After this, I promise I'll go do Shadowkeep. Try and clear out some of my older quests through the week. That'll be my project for the week. It's a bank holiday tomorrow, which means hopefully I'll be able to trick myself into waking up early, cleaning my flat, doing my dishes, that sort of thing, and then I'll sit down and play video games all day. And with any luck, I will play Destiny and clear out mail quest log rather than playing Syndicate. I have a problem with the way that my brain works. Is I can't ever be. I don't multitask a lot, but the thing is, I tend to, for like say a week usually, I'll be like, this is the thing that I love and I'm obsessed with this and I want to spend all my time doing this, and when I'm at work I'm thinking about being at home and doing this, and usually it's playing a game, sometimes it's listening to a podcast, quite often it's watching a specific YouTuber or a specific YouTube channel, and that's just like all my brain can concentrate on for like a week, and then I lose interest. And so I had this problem with Assassin's Creed where I'd made pretty good progress throughout it, and then last summer I started AC3, and for my birthday stream I was playing AC3 because it was this is my birthday stream, we're just gonna hang out for a couple of hours and play this game that I'm enjoying, and then after that I went away for a week. I was down in London and I came back up, and the interest I'd had in playing it had just gone, and it wasn't I didn't want to play the game anymore, I thought it was boring. I actually in the end wound up really liking AC3. It was just that my brain was like, I'm not playing this, so it's like a kid's object impermanence. The problem I have then is that I will go through a period where all I want to do is one thing, and then I lose interest, and it's like, that's it. And so I try and ride those waves of I want to do this one thing, to actually get stuff done, to actually finish games or grind out levels or stuff in a game, because I find it so hard to oh my poor knees. Concentrating is very hard. I mean, what I mean to say is the problem is I'd started AC Syndicate at the same time as a couple of friends, and we were playing not playing together, but playing it rough at the same time. We all started on the same night, and then I played that for a few days, and then I was like, Destiny, and then all I did was play Destiny, and then I was like leveling, and then all I did was grind out levels on our shard, and then I was like back to Destiny, and then basically.
Sure, if you're into that.
Fascinating.
Basically, I am the garbage man, and I live in Garbage Home, and this is just my life. Nice. Find a large box. No, I need to find a large group of people so I can go set my super off on them. I get some super multi-kills. That would be just beautiful, really. I feel like that actually did way less than I wanted it to, but oh well. Box.
This thing is full of ether, but it's been diluted somehow. Maybe a byproduct of the weird atmosphere on Nessus. Or maybe things are more dire for the Fallen than we thought.
Let's go visit Werner. Drop my lip balm. The next step is to try out the Menagerie, I think. Forced meme. That's what I am. I don't know if doing stuff in the Menagerie actually count for on Nessus, so we'll see. I don't know why I'm having such trouble there. Anyway, box. Let me out, meow. Lana. Ow. Rude. Distracted by a thing. You know, listen, I'm good at being bad.
You've improved the chalice. Your taste is impeccable, but it remains incomplete. If you wish to finish your chalice, come to the Leviathan. There is a dark place aboard my ship that you have never been.
I've never been anywhere on your ship.
Reborn, like you were reborn. The Menagerie awaits you, Guardian.
Ah, piss. Okay, fine. Time to eat a gun, I guess. Time to eat lots of guns. Pulse rifle. Go with that one. Pulse rifle. Eat that one. Eat those boots. Eat that helmet. What have I got? This is 975. Eat these. I'm still using this sword because I really like how it looks. You know? Barely ever sword guard, so that's okay. Ooh, and I got 2. Ooh, that's pretty. I keep thinking I really like how this looks, and I really like how this looks, but in the end, I like sticking with that. I also just, in general, like how the I like how that one looks. I like a lot of them, you know. Before we enter the menagerie, let's pick up our rewards. Fancy boots. Pick up some glimmer once we can.
Attention all crew members. Incoming fallen craft with elevated ether signatures.
You've improved the chalice. Your taste is impeccable, but it remains incomplete. If you wish to finish your chalice, come to the Leviathan. There is a dark place aboard my ship that you have never been, where I was reborn, like you were reborn. The Menagerie awaits you, Guardian.
Do I want to pick that up? Not just yet, I don't. Maybe later. Distracted and looking at things. That is a pretty rocket launcher. That is some really ugly armor, I'll be honest.
His embrace is loving.
Let's go do the ether resupply just to try and get some of these kills out of the way. Ouch.
The Fallen are feeding on that servitor.
That is very bad news. Please stop them.
How could you do that to me? I'm so upset. Just like that's a thing that you would do. Really very offended. I'm gonna adjust my may have been to is a mistake. I'm gonna say bugger this for a lark. It's just doing it and I don't want it that much. Sorry, failsafe, that I did not get your bounties. My B. We'll leave it at that. How rude. Where am I at? Anywhere? Am I anywhere? Respawned right where I didn't want to respawn. Wonderful, you love to see it. Right. I'll worry about that in my own time. Let's go queue for the Menagerie. I've never done any of the Leviathan raids, so I really need to. I need to for that Imperial invitation, and also for other reasons. So we're waiting for Guardians. Let's eat a shotgun that we just picked up. Triumphs. That what that is. A mystery that you haven't yet unraveled. And read this lore. I've followed him for a while now, tracked his path since he did Upper Mind. He's not like them, but not far off. Hard to trust, hard to know. Seen more than most can imagine and done things most wouldn't dare. But he's always kept his distance, stayed far from the light. Why head city side now? Why risk antagonising those best equipped to keep his journey short? Can't quite say. I get the sense he's on the run, but from what? From whom? There are shadows in his past. Do they linger? Do they hunt? Or is his desperation driven by other concerns? All I've seen, all I've uncovered, of him of his long winding road, say he's made enemies at just about every turn. Over centuries that list grew real long. He's been comfortable on the dodge out beyond the reef, ever moving, ever exploring, never concerned with dangers riding his wake. So again, why now? Why here? What's his play? More important, what's his game? Intriguing. That's the title that I really want. This is the one that I'm closest towards. Except I need to collect lots of those. Heroic Adventures. Heroic Adventures was really holding back, exotic collections aside. I have barely any of these. That's what I really need. Exotic engrams, exotic engrams, exotic engrams. Rap King is a quest. The rest of these are just exotic engrams. Oh, except for the legend of Acreus. Can't remember where that comes from. Think it's an imperial invitation. I feel really bad if I was like holding everyone up by taking so long to load in because I wasn't paying attention. I really wish it would tell me like, hey.
Oh, Red Legion imprisoned me here long ago. Look at them now. The Hive are an unimaginative people. I believe I can show them another way.
Basically, as I understand it, sort of kill thing, good stuff happen. I don't really understand what I'm doing. But that's okay, I'll just die a lot and lag a lot.
Well, that was a pleasant diversion, was it not?
Time to follow the puggies. Okay. Sorry, I'm very confused by what's going on, as I so often am when picking something up for the first time. So... like, just lots of guardians all jumping around in a row like this. It's very aesthetic. What on earth is this place? Felt like something over there was making a noise at me, but clearly it wasn't.
On my journey home from the deep black, I encountered many races. None as joyful as the Vex. The Vex labor toward a future where they are the last living things. If they only knew what I know.
Sniping is much worse with what is currently happening to me, which is really awful lag that's making it nearly impossible. Ow. Well, I made a start at least, right? Don't understand why it's showing up on you. I'm so confused.
Vex are mechanical shells, cocoons for something grander. Ah, their methods inspire me.
I presume there's some sort of buff that I needed that I didn't have there. I should probably have read up on this before jumping straight into it, but I wouldn't be me if I did that. So... this place is fucking wild. What the shit? What? And I cannot quite emphasize this enough. This shit?
My hive will harry you, Lightborn. Step lightly.
Well, I tried. I did try. I cannot see a fucking thing right now. Which is making this really difficult.
My counselors wrested only a fraction of the Arkborn free from their world. Together, you and I could take them all.
I sure would love to have literally any idea what's going on. That'd just be so sexy, I think. To understand anything. And yet here we are, where I understand absolutely nothing about anything. That's okay.
Skewer them upon their own logic.
Let me in! Stop killing me. This is really rude. And then crunching my body too. Ugh. Cannot believe. I do like that one of our puppies is called Pourquoi est tu gay, which is the opposite of a question I ask myself quite often, which is Pourquoi est tu straight? Not again. Sorry, I just spilled apple juice all over my shit. Again, once again. There's once again time for me not to be able to see anything.
If only your frail face had tusks, I would
Thanks.
cap them with gold.
Oops. Almost fell off there. Because I'm stupid. But I didn't. And you should all be proud of me.
Oryx and Crota could not finish you, but those they serve might. unchecked, the hive will consume all. They understand strength and growth.
Listen, Puggy, please lead me right, because I'm following you. By, of course, moving my face directly into the wall like an idiot. Also like that we have one of our puzzles is called YS2Gay and the other one is called 80sX, which I feel like that's very appropriate, you know?
May your triumph here be decisive.
No! I failed spectacularly at everything due to what scientists are calling an absolutely sexy amount of lag. Was destined to be. As in, I was destined to eat shit and die there. I'm just running over here, I'm just following the puggies. I cannot see a thing. I am lagging so badly. It's obscene, quite frankly. And I'm really sorry that the stream is suffering because of it, but genuinely, there is so much going on right now that I can't see a fucking thing. Can't see where things are to shoot them, which is why I've been pretty much exclusively, I've not been snipering it, even though normally I would snipe. Because I can't actually see well enough to use my sniper, which is just so fun. I love it. I'm basically having to guess where to throw things.
There are none quite like you, Guardian of Guardians.
Nice. I cannot see a fucking thing. Right. I still can't see a fucking thing. What? Okay. Right. Turn to Werner. Back to Nessus. I cannot. Can't see what's going on at any given time. So what did I get? Weekly bonus. Reward from the final chest. An unlocked chest found on Imperial Barge in Nessus. I'm still extremely confused. Just in case anyone wasn't sure yet, I'm really confused. But that's okay. I'm used to it. I say, crying softly. We open up a guide to the other one I picked up while we load in. Why? What? Okay. Okay, I guess I've got to... Sorry, I was looking that up. I guess I've got to basically run the menagerie over and over again until the boss that I'm looking for dies. I'll do that off camera, I think. Just because I don't exactly think that would be a particularly interesting one. Although, if we hand this in... We've done, like, the main... story of the Season of Opulence. Maybe I should run a menagerie again. Not necessarily for the grind, but for the stop doing that. Box. Yeah, no, I don't necessarily want to do it. I just want to run it until I can kill that boss, and then we can actually move on with everything else we've got to do.
You have no idea what is coming.
Okay.
Security protocols on standby.
Speak to the massage or cutlass. What?
There are
I'm sorry.
hives aboard the Leviathan. They are mine, though they don't know it. One of my loyalists controls them. He possesses an artifact of ascendant authority. Unfortunately, wielding it has cost him his mind. If you two should meet, consider his welcome overstayed, and his riches yours for the taking.
Control the Ascendant artifact. Now that I control him, put Gyron the Sorrow Bearer out of his misery. And yell.
Emperor, save you.
Or is that not the subdued?
You people, you die with such violence, such anguish.
I don't actually know what I'm getting out of this. Just like stuff. I'm so confused. Whatever. How do Hey, I'm really close to finishing out the Orbs of Light at least.
You are the one I was sent to find, I think. What happens when every cell is dead?
Nothing good, that's what happens. I'll just get a rocket launcher. Whatever, eat this one. Anything else? Pretty, but not my thing. Ah!
The Nine see your valor.
Tentacles! Easy. Nice. Ooh. I'm good, actually.
Until we speak again.
Auto rifle. Nice. Sorry, Tommy's matchbook. Will now eat you. I'll hop off here. Find some nerds to beach up for their inverted commas lunch money. It est spawn me up some orbs. And we'll go try and visit the tribute hall and see what the shit this is. Other than yet another thing that I need to grind my life out for. Cool. That did almost nothing. Right. Map. Okay. Catch me outside just humming to myself. I know the last couple of streams have been kind of lackluster while I like get my head around the transition and the various like things that are happen, but next week I'm gonna start Shadowkeep. I don't really know what my stream's gonna look like this summer because work's gonna restart, which means I may very well fall ill, and then fuck knows what will happen after that. And also, hopefully, if I can travel, going down to London for a bit. Hi, Fireman!
Hiya, Chuck. It's John.
Thank you very much for the raid, host. It is very much appreciated. Hi, Humi. You've come just in time to miss me being terrible at the Menagerie because I had such terrible lag that I could not see a goddamn thing. Hiya, Thai. I hope you're doing well. Basically, all I'm doing at the moment is handing in old quests, mostly. What's up?
2 years ago, Dominus Gaul had you. The light left you, thought you all was lost. But you disagreed, and now here you are.
We're just hanging out with the Guardian fanboy, you know?
You my favorite Earthling. So I built you a hall, a monument to your achievements. You'll have to fill it yourself, of course, but I know how you like to collect. Doesn't matter what you have to kill.
Called the fuck out. It's a small token of his affection. He's built this tribute hall for you to fill with trophies. Of course, you'll have to earn those trophies. Okay. 40 kills. Without dying. Precision final blows in a strike without dying. Highly unlikely. Public events on the Tangled Shore. Maybe. Incredibly unlikely. Complete bounty. Okay. Fine. Tangled Shore. Destinations. Basically, I'm sort of, at this point, basically just fucking about. And not doing much of anything. Basically just once I've got this invitation / tribute hall thing out of the way, at long last we will be free. Ideally what I wanted to do was like clear out my old quest log, and then that's not happened in the slightest. So that's my goal in Destiny for the next week. I need to do the Volander Forge. I'm going to write it on my forehead so I don't forget Volander Forge. And I need to really, really try and clear out my old quest log. But we'll see if that ever happens, right? Also, I've had Draw Your Sword stuck in my head for the last 3 hours, and it shows no sign of leaving scene. So I do apologise that you guys have just got me like humming to myself while we load in. I don't know if my net's having issues or if Destiny's having issues. It had some updates recently, so it might be that the Destiny's having issues, but it's been really slow and really laggy recently. Also, you probably can't see this very well. I've got a candle going, and it's tunneled really badly again. I tried that trick with a tinfoil to try and fix the tunneling, and it worked, but not for long. Tomorrow I will burn it properly and I will put the tinfoil and I will fix the tunneling. If you guys want to see. This, again, you can't really, pisses me the hell off because it's a really nice candle and there is so much wax left in there, although it's very dusty at the moment. Completely wasted because of tunneling. Oh, am I? Sorry. me turn my mic up a bit. I'm also speaking a bit softly. Is that better? I've also moved my mic slightly further towards me. Okay. Public events. Be public events. To be honest, today's a really quiet stream. I'm really not doing much. I'm not gonna make it over there. Let's go do this one. Ooh, box. It's the only thing I really care about is boxes. Yeah, sorry, today's stream is really very chill. If I, like, once I finish with the invitation stuff, I might just go do some escalation protocols just to get them done. I should probably grind out strikes, but those take... Escalation protocols, I can just run around doing level 1 for a while. Today is chill stream with Guardian and friends. We're just hanging out, having fun and pissing about day, and then next week we'll be starting Shadowkeep day. My camera is also lagging and I'm very sorry. I wish I knew why it's doing that, but I don't. And instead I can do naught but yell. Which, to be honest, is all I can do normally anyway, so... Right. Hang around here for a bit. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like a good time. Still on fire, but at least box, you know? The only thing that really matters on this cold dead earth. More box. No, Yumi, what it means is that you're taking advantage of the game, what the game gives you, to do really good at stealth. Actually, in Syndicate there's an ability you can unlock which basically says if you are standing still and like in like the sneaking mode, then you go invisible until enemies basically stand on top of you, which is really helpful. You do have to be in sneaking mode and you do have to be standing still, so it doesn't make, it makes like sneaking into places a bit more difficult, but in terms of like like if you need to do a thing that involves standing still and being incognito, it's good. Which means I'm saying what? Which means what I'm saying is Yoguchi.
Ether harvester.
I'm gonna use my super. Just get it out of the way, you know? spawn more orbs of light in general. Don't die, me. That's what you want most not to do, is to die. Ow! What did I say about not dying? Would be way easier if there were literally any puggies over here to help. Ah, piss. I suppose it said complete 2 without dying. So, we'll see. Ow. Hi, Bella. Did you know that Emma has a new puppy? Her name is Ivy, and she's got a Great Pyrenees mix, and she's so cute. She's so fluffy, and she is like literally a baby, and she's just perfect. Like, she's like the platonic ideal of fluffy dog. She's really such a good puppy. Ow. I would love it if a puggy would come help me. I think that would just make life so much easier. Oh, warning and enemies. Stop it. You stop that shit right now. I will tell Emma to put some in Luca's Discord. Fuck it, right. We're doing it. We're making it happen. Nope. We're not making it happen. Oh, thank goodness. Finally, puggies have deigned to show up. I'm absolutely certain. What? Whoa. Many things. Many things are happen. Okay. Right. What's this when it's at home? What? Defeat multiple combats in a row without reloading. Yes. Oh, I see. Well, that's highly unlikely to... All of these are highly unlikely to ever happen, but you know what? I do try. Right. And with my headset getting stuck to my head, my hairs once again. Because this is the hell that I live in. You know, I always pick those up despite the fact that I still haven't worked out who to hand them into. I've got like approximately 5,000 and I'm not entirely sure why. Back at it again, humming Draw Your Swords to myself. The reason is because I had an idea. Well, I had the beginnings of an idea for a very self-indulgent Final Fantasy XIV sadfic about Ardbert and Ardbert and Ashard, because Ardbert is really like the only reason that Ashard does anything until Y'shtola comes along and basically bullies him into doing stuff. But like pre-Y'shtola, he's basically like, I don't wanna do anything. And then Ardbert is like, hey, suck it up, dipshit. And so he does. And I've been collecting like sad songs that are like basically I've just been collecting mentally collecting sad songs that would work to soundtrack, because I am incapable of writing fic usually without a song to at least somewhat serve as the inspiration. Even if it's not outright like a song fic, you know, I still need something, and so far Draw Your Swords has been like my #1 sad fic song of choice. Right. There's somewhere I can hang out where I'm getting relatively not shot at while I wait for this event to start. Oh no. If I ruin if I fuck that up due to eating shit and dying due to my own idiocy, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Sure have. Fuck, and also me. Hi box, can you... lift my sorrows? God. Can you speak for me so that I don't have to? Right. Let's get this.
I'm showing a fallen containment cell inbound near our current position.
No, not again! Not again! Not like this! I'm so stupid. I really should not be allowed. Just in general, you know? Phew. Floor is no longer lava. Yeet. Ah, hairs in my face once again. Anyway, what I meant to say was if you have suggestions for sad, usually indie songs about ghosts or being friends with someone because of shared trauma, or about the awfulness that is nigh inevitability of terrible things happening at me, because I'm collecting them at the moment. Nice. Give me the box. Happy box. Okay. Need another public event. Fine. Off we go. And this time we will not die while waiting for it. Because I'm good at video games. And I can not be shit if I try. I'm so frustrated that I missed that, not because I died in the event, but because I just fell off the edge like an idiot. It's so frustrating. This event up. Lag, why are you lagging? I guess it's because I have Firefox open. Probably. Ah, like, soon. Going on? What's the haps?
I'm showing a hive containment cell inbound near our current position.
Haps are the same as they were before. Oh my god. Huggy, you scared the shit out of me. I like that you can land on these, but you die if, you die when they take off. Such a dick move. Stop, drop and roll, my dude. cannot believe. I'm so annoyed. No, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Get up here where it's safe. No, stop it. Here we go. Nice. Right. Give me box. I happen to have a. Okay. Whoops. Destinations. Hand this in. Then, to be honest, TBH, to be honest, might just finish stream. I need to. Got so many things I need to do. Escalation protocol. Just in general, I've got 5,000 billion strikes to grind out. I've got to go. To be honest, I should probably, rather than getting stuff by listen, I just have to. I'm not. I think actually, to be honest, what I'm gonna do after this, I'm gonna hand this bit in, and then I'm gonna end stream, and I'll work on the exotics sort of in my own time during the week. Hopefully, get some of those done because my brain is just like fuzz, you know. If you couldn't tell, my brain is fuzz. Probably because I haven't done anything today and I've barely got up from this computer chair except to put my dinner on, but that is just how it be in this bitch of a world sometimes. Shorter stream today to make up for the fact that yesterday's went on for an hour and a three and a half. This last listen words. Here you go. Environment mechanism prints you with first tribute. Find a suitable place for vulnerable little guardian. Let me see. Fill the hole until it overflows. Strength. What? Box? Scary box. Okay, well. Things. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like sitting here with my brain slowly shorting out. Oh, I can pick that up at least, I suppose. Cool, okay. Right. Okay. What do I want to do? Yell. That's what I want to do. Fuck it, let's go do. I'm gonna head over to IO. No, we're gonna click on a thing that it's telling me to click on. I am really extremely very confused, if you guys couldn't tell. It seems a little bit like they were like, hey, here's another grindy thing for you to do for no good reason whatsoever. In fact, I imagine that's almost definitely what they did, and then it promptly like never became relevant after that, but whatever. That is indeed just how it be sometimes. You know what, actually, you guys don't want to see me do shit on IO. It's a bit early, but I am indeed going to end stream off here because we've come to a bit of a break point, I guess, is the phrase. It probably isn't, but that's the phrase I'm using. So I'm gonna call it quits here. Try and yeah, my brain is just a little bit fried, and I'm sort of, I don't feel like it's gonna be particularly interesting whatever I'm doing. Just gonna be grinding some stuff out, and I don't even feel like making, you know, I can't make grinding entertaining at the moment because my brain is like out of it. Words are so difficult. I'll be streaming Final Fantasy XIV this Tuesday, where we're going to be building a dirt robot. Then Thursday we'll be starting Higurashi When They Cry, Menagerie. No, we're not. We've just finished Menagerie. Oh, I can't remember which one it is now. Whatever, we're going to be starting Higurashi 4, Chapter 4. Or Book 4, perhaps I should say. Which is a slightly shorter one. It's sort of a prequel to the series of the question arcs. So we're going to Hitsumabushi, I think it is. Something along those lines. Sorry, I can't remember at the moment. It's Hig 4 is what we're doing, and it'll be good. Just all over everything. Then on Saturday it will be Dishonored 2, where we will be investigating Aramis Stilton's mansion. Seeing as I sort of cheat solved the riddle, hopefully we'll be able to get in just fine, and I won't have to go pick it up, but we'll see. Words. And then, yes, next Sunday will be Destiny 2, where at long last we will be starting Shadowkeep. But God knows it's taken me long enough. Bunch of pissing about in the meantime, but it was fun. So next week, Shadowkeep. But for now, take care everybody, have a wonderful evening, do look after yourselves. I will see you on Tuesday, where hopefully I will be more mentally put together and actually able to stream and like concentrate on things. Anyway, take care, have a wonderful evening, see you guys on Tuesday.